Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lighthouse, where we light the way. My name is Light, and I'd like to thank my A-team and the Divine for allowing me to be a crystal clear channel. And this is a very special reading today. It's a Hello from Heaven reading, but I'm channeling my special angel, Dr. Snowflake Paw, Lieutenant Paw. It took a while for me to do this because it's really been rough. I haven't been wanting to speak about it, but I've been feeling it real heavily. I just want to give a little bit of an introduction. I am also an animal medium. Once in a blue, I mentioned in my videos that Spirit has authorized me to do the animal mediumship readings. And when Snowflake transitioned, I was given that authorization. It happened on August 1st, excuse me, during the Lion's Gate. She was 8, and 2024 equals 8. We are in the year of the dragon. The universe speaks with us in numbers, and it has really been hard for me to process. But as a medium, you miss the physical vessel, the corporeal vessel, even if you can speak with them the way we can, the way mediums can. Every medium, every psychic, every intuitive gets their messages differently. I try to explain how I get my messages during my readings, and I teach you guys to ask your ancestors and your A-team how to give you your own messages as well. This reading and this energy is especially important to me now because we are in Libra season, as in balancing the scales. The morning it happened really quickly. I don't really want to go into too many details, but she transitioned very quickly. She led us to a place where she knew they would handle this with care, with dignity, with grace, with professionalism, with compassion, with love. It's been very hard on me, and I hope this resonates. Well, I hope this helps somebody that it resonates with. I don't know how frequently I will be doing the animal readings, but I'm going to put the book at, I don't know if I have a link to the book, but I'll put it, you can look it up on Amazon. For the spirit babies, I always tell you, they're telling me to tell you that I'm going to order the book again. The Spirit Babies book, but particularly for this reading, The Amazing Afterlife of Animals. That book had me crying from beginning to end. And they're showing me covered in text, but they show me textbooks. Remember covering your textbooks with like the whatever you could find, or what was required was the the shopping bags. So that's what they're telling me. They have it covered. They had you covered. Animals are light workers on our path as well. The Egyptians I always mention revered felines as gods and goddesses, deities. The Black Panther, Bass is coming up, all of the Egyptian pantheons, and several communities and cultures revered felines as gods, and just animals, like I said, along the path. But I'm going to see what information Dr. Snowflake, the center of our life, the head of our household, what she has to say. She was very wise. When she passed away, when she came to us a cat, she explained to me that in her past incarnation and as a present shape-shifting form of hers as a cat was a white owl. She comes to us in many forms now. And they're showing me as a soul I can be in several places at once. and she was a white. So you know what? When we think about it, they're telling me to tell you guys I wasn't even planning on putting this information in. Think about rescuing a pet, rescuing an animal if you have the resources to do so. That's what we did. All of our animals were rescue animals, with the exception of all of our cats, were rescue animals as adults. When we went to Petco, I believe, but they have the shelters or wherever you can find a cat. Remember, cats choose you. Cats choose you, and you will not regret it. If you have the resources to foster an animal, do that. You won't regret it. So I wanted to explain to you that when we were coming up, right before, we lived in the Bronx as children, and in 1990 we moved to Yonkers. We were going into 6th grade at the time. It was a big transition. We were going from Bronx to Yonkers, from Bronx County to Westchester County. We were going from the city, out of the city, out of, the 5 boroughs. We were going from 5th grade to 6th grade. So we were still in elementary school, but it was just a big transition all around. And our favorite part of the transition was the fact that we didn't have to wear school uniforms anymore. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade, we went to Catholic school. 4th and 5th grade, we went to Lutheran school. Excuse me. And right before we moved into Yonkers, my dad brought home 2 dogs. Well, we thought they were mutts, not mutts, but strays. We don't know exactly where they got them from, but one was a collie and a German Shepherd mix, and her name was Raindrop. And the second dog was she had a really cute face. She was fluffy. I know she was husky, but she was also mixed. They said Siberian. Her name was Sunshine. So our puppies were Raindrop and Sunshine. And then in 2007, we heard a meowing. We lived in DeKalb at the time, and our boy, Wonder Boy, he was an Egyptian Mao. It's just been a journey. Our magic carpet ride as being psychic mediums, and recognizing and realizing that all the animals in our household have always been spirit guides, animal guides, ancestors, ascended masters, highly vibrational deities, helping us to fly. And they're showing me territorial, helping us to find your place, heal, walk this journey with us. And, I never realized any of this. So our first cat was Wonder Boy. He was our only male cat. And, I don't want to get into the negative part of this reading. I choose to remember only the high vibrational good parts and the healing that they provided us along the way. Our first kitty, like I said, his name was Wonder Boy, our only male. And then there was Gracie May. That was her nickname. Her name was Amethyst Grace. And then there was Jade. She was also an Egyptian Mao. And then there was Gracie May. I can't remember exactly what kind of cat she was, but she looked like a chocolate chip cookie dough. Excuse me. And then we had a Siberian Blue Point, which is exactly what she's telling me, that the place that she asked us to bring her to, without mentioning the name, there's a reason for it. Everything happens for a reason. There are always synchronicities. And then our last kitty is a kind of a mix as well. Her name is Lulu. All of these angels are protected, and they're completely unaffected by spell work. As a matter of fact, they want me to ask you to they want me to remind you that because they are no longer in this dimension, they're that much more powerful. So your angels, Your animals are protected, and they're protecting you from spell work. All right, it's time to read the cards now because I can't believe that I'm 10 minutes in. Okay, so number 17 and 18 are significant, as in the Bronx. That's literally where we were. They said literary. I love to read. Literally where we were in the Bronx when when we were introduced to our first set of animals. The laundry might be significant. They said significant. You know what's coming through right now? Harry Potter. I meant to pull those cards. The magical meditations. They said magical manifestation. Professor McGonagall, her animagus was a cat, and she passed away. Maggie Smith recently. She was in so many movies, so many different types of movies all over the years. So she's coming through. That that energy is coming through. They want you to give thanks. The animals want you to give thanks. Okay, the messages of the cards. Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Well, as a medium, I have some understanding. As a human, of course I wonder, I cry, it hurts. There is a divine order behind everything that happens, including the time of my passing. I realize that you weren't ready to let me go, and in many ways I was not ready either. Since my passing, I've received spiritual counseling. 17 is the healing card, the star card, and 17 is the gift card in the Kipper deck. You were a gift to them, and they were a gift to you. You helped me to see the big picture of my life and death. I now understand that I had to live the way that I did. It was part of my soul contract and part of yours as well. I now see that everything in this universe is mathematically precise. Like I said, they speak to us in numbers. And then they said, read your Bible. Numbers, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, the first 5 books of the Bible, significant. They said, I now see that everything in this universe is mathematically precise. There are no accidents. At some level, your soul knew that I would leave before you did. We've both been preparing for this situation since the beginning of our relationship. I am very grateful for all the beautiful moments we shared together, along with the lessons I learned from the difficult times. It is all divinely perfect. Oh, Lord of mercy. This is why it took me some time to do this. And where I was going with everything, all of our kitties were lost. All of our animals were lost to us before their time. We had to give them up before their time. They passed away before their time. They went away into their own place. And the only one that we were physically around was Snowflake. She got sick one morning. A few days before it happened, the Monday before it happened, she died on she passed away on the 1st, August 1st. It was a Thursday. I believe that Monday it was real windy. That Monday, Tuesday, it was real windy, and the energy was very heavy in our house, very heavy around us. And I kept trying to be positive. I knew that she was sick, but we didn't know she was sick in terms of like it happened. It came on. The sickness it came on quickly, and when we went to the hospital. I think they were telling us that the bill was going to be upwards of $6,000, but there was still no, there was still no guarantee. So we decided that we didn't want her in pain anymore. Oh my goodness. And they're telling me to read this. I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. I felt guilty for what I felt I had to do. I had to do it. She asked us to do it. She showed me it was my time to go. I don't know if this is resonating with somebody, but I needed to do this reading. Geese are significant. Swan are significant. Look up anytime the animal spirits come through. You look up what those messages mean for you. And specifically right now, obviously, cat. Cat is significant. It was my time to go. It was my time to go. Even though you might not understand now, everything happens for a reason. It was my time to go. They show me territorial, find your place. I had to go find my place. And you know what? Right before she passed away, she was telling me her daughter, one of her children, you know how cats and dogs are. Just because it's just because it's customary, or you know, whatever we do when we separate the litters, that doesn't mean that they don't miss their babies. They do miss their babies sometimes, and sometimes as a, you know, when animals lose their place in the litter, or their litter rejects them, you know, it's they had to find their place. Embrace the unknown. This is what they're telling me. Embrace the unknown. Somebody's getting a cat tattoo. Somebody's getting a cat tattoo. A few days ago, embrace the mystery. See, these are the Egyptians. Embrace the unknown. They show me mystery 8. Unlimited potential. Unlimited potential. Embrace the unknown. It was my time to go. Look, and it was a surprise. Surprise, oh my God. We took her to the doctor's office. We never expected that we weren't returning home with her. We never expected that we weren't returning home with her. It was a surprise. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Haystack. Needle in a haystack. I think there's a Amazon Prime needle in a time stack or something like that. A haystack. A hay. They said hay as a last name, and then they said stack as the last name. You gotta start something. Look, maybe somebody's starting something. They said wanna be starting something. Michael Jackson. See that dog? Maybe the cats and dogs fighting like cats and dogs. Fighting like cats and dogs. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. And then they show me. It was my time to go. It was my karma to go. And they said, remember the passage that I just read. You might not understand, but you have to accept. It was my time to go. Excuse me. You have nothing. I have a new understanding. I have a new understanding. And they show me Earth is a learning school. They're asking me to read all of the passages. All of the passages. As a soul, I can be in the same place. My mind is free. I am learning over here. I am just a thought away. They want you to know I have a new understanding. Number 51 is significant. They said global studies, Earth studies, Earth Day. I have a new understanding. Ironically, I understand life so much better now that I am not physically alive, right? Of course, my soul, like yours and everyone else's, is very much alive. In fact, I've learned that nothing can harm our souls because they are God's handiwork. They said a patchwork quilt. Oh, sure, the emotions and our psyches can get wounded, but those are still part, of the human ego, so they can be healed with the right understanding. Basically, I've learned to complete compassion for myself, for everyone, and for the process of life. I wasted so much time judging myself and others, and I held back because of insecurities that had no foundation. Now I see that there's nothing to fear at all, because there's nothing bad that ever can happen to you at a soul level. So please learn from my experiences. Live your life with gusto and joy. And joy is a name. And they show me I have become one of your guides. I have a new understanding. Earth is our learning school. And that's what they show me. Advice from a friend. This is advice from a friend. You are never alone. It was my time to go. Someone is going out of your life at the end of a situation. When I pulled this card, it just made me pass away all over again. They're telling me Pet Cemetery in America, the United States' oldest pet cemetery is on Central Park Avenue in Hartsdale, New York. And when I read that, I was absolutely shocked, only for the simple fact that I cannot tell you how many times when I used to take the 20 bus, look, everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. Everything means something. There aren't any coincidences. Back in high school and in college, I used to take the 8 bus, the Tuckahoe going towards Tuckahoe, the 8 bus and the 20 bus, and look at that, 8 as in infinity, 20 as in judgment, as in house. From my house, I used to have to take the 8 bus to the 20 bus, or the 21 if it was, that's the express bus, and 21 meaning the end of the cycle. Anytime I had to go to work, when I had to go to work, those times, I took the 8 or the 20, or the 7 to the 20, or whatever. Does the 7, 8, or the 7 to the 8 to the 20, or some shit like that. Anyway, don't get me to line about the connections, but the point of the matter is, I drove past that cemetery how many times, and I thought it was so interesting because I had never seen a pet cemetery before. I never got any bad energy from it, but I always thought it was interesting, and I would look for it every single time the bus passed by, and look at the meaning and everything now. Everything. Dog barking, advice from a friend. Someone is going out of your life, and then they said somebody actually does this for people. They bury animals. They have a pet cemetery. I have a new understanding. Look at this. Nurture. I was here to nurture you, and so this is clarifying what I was saying about my cat. The night before she passed away, it was so windy. And I remember thinking the winds of change, but the energy was heavy. And my daughters, it was so quiet in the house at night. And there was a commercial with a brand new kitty on it. It was a kitten, and it looked exactly like our cat. And I knew what that meant, but I didn't wanna know. But I took that to mean, like I said, she told me that see, that color is significant. The teal or the indigo. Teal means change. I took that to mean, like I said, one of her daughters, she told me one of her daughters had passed away the night before she did. So, what was that? July 31st, because she had passed away August 1st during the Lionsgate. And like I said, that clarified. She went to be with her family. Family came up when I was, the family card came up in this deck, but it didn't come out. Family, they are family. And then they're telling me, the Fast and the Furious, Dominic. And we were laughing about it a few days ago how they was making those memes about Dominic, talk about family. You have nothing to feel guilty about. So what I'm saying is, Fast and Furious, our dog, the dogs happened around the holidays, whereas somebody knocked on our door, some construction worker. They're saying Fast and Furious and family because maybe somebody's animal got hit by a car, because ours did. That's what happened to the first animal. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Stair steps are significant, as you see. Ascending and descending angels. You have nothing to feel guilty about. I felt guilty. So just a few days ago, the doctor's office called to say that they tried to send the paw prints. Paw prints in the sand. So they sent us a card, a lovely, beautiful card about paw prints in the sand. And a lot of weight was energetically lifted off of me when the paw prints were returned to me, because I feel like the paw prints, I feel and I know intuitively that the paw prints, Dr. Paws, Dr. Snowflake, her paw prints represented all of the animals that we lost, or I felt that we lost, and I felt guilty about. January is significant. Out in the cold. I don't know. They're showing me surprise. Oh my God. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I'm not going to bring up that energy, but I know what this means for me. And maybe that person is now surprised. You get karma for harming animals. Okay? You get karma for harming animals. Okay, it was my time to go. Number 65 is significant. I have no more earthly worries, for those people who were wondering. Wait, it was my time to go. It was my time to go. 64 and 65 is significant. The beach is significant. Footprints. I know that it feels like a dream you cannot wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and also exit at its. I know that it feels like a dream you cannot wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and also exit at the time it is meant to for its own growth. When I first came here, when I first came here, it all seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there is a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow. What you perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. So yeah, that's definitely for somebody, because Dominic family came through the Fast and the Furious, so somebody's animal got hit by a car. Yeah, because you heard that. You heard what it said, that what you perceive as an accident is merely a step in a cosmic dance. And they're showing me a red shiny car, like an old school car. They're showing me like the movie Christine. That's what they're showing me. An instigator. Maybe you try to, get some information on what happened to your pet. Maybe the cat was trying to tell you something was going on with the dog, or the dog was trying to tell you something was going on with the cat. And in the family card in the cosmic cat deck, there was a dog on it. So cats and dogs are significant. That came up before. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. I don't know. Maybe this is somebody. Oh my God. You know what is coming through? Somebody, like several dogs being mauled. Several small dogs being mauled. And then they're showing me at the mall. Several different energies are coming through of the dogs being mauled by bigger dogs. Yeah, that's what's coming through. Believe in yourself, you can do it. Oh, the name James might be significant. Dawn might be significant. Bringers of the dawn. They said Barbara Marson, the Pleiadians are significant. Believe in yourself, you can do it. Give me 1 second, guys. They told me they wanted me to read today. Okay, number 21 is significant. Excuse me. Animals that can come through to you are animals when you were children, animals when you were a young adult. Any animal before now was an animal on your path. 20 and 21 is significant. Years 2020 and 2021 is significant. Or maybe when you were 20 or 21, like I said, house and the end of a cycle. And this is exactly what they're saying. This is the end of the cycle with you. It's a predetermined time. Everything happens for a reason, even if you might not understand it. Believe in yourself, you can do it. From my heavenly vantage point, I can see and I can understand everything so much clearly now. They say, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. So something happened in the rain with a car and an accident. I can see that you and I never had anything to be afraid of. The only thing that was ever standing in our way was fear about the future. Yes, yet now I realize that you and I create our own future. I'm urging you to go forward with all of your heartfelt dreams. Leave nothing to chance. I believe in you because I love you, and also because I can see that nothing is stopping you unless you believe it is. I will be with you every step of the way. And so this is what I asked the ancestors to help me do this reading now, because I need the my kitty told me that anything that was holding us back was the energy that she took with us with her when she transitioned. So that clarifies everything. You can do it yourself. Please help me to move forward. That's anything that is blocking me, because right now I don't think I'm as stuck as I am, but I'm also clearing my mind of thinking things that are not true. And that's where healing comes in. You have to heal everything. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck, and sometimes I am, because I'm not doing what I should. And sometimes I'm not stuck. It's just the old outdated programming replaying yourself. So you have to have discernment to know that that is not true. Release anything that does not serve you. They said fly like an eagle. Eagle spirit always come through. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. Deer spirit is significant. Do not be afraid. I think I read everything. You have no understanding. You have nothing. It was my time to go. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Look, it's time to find your place in the world. And that's on top. Okay? Things will always not be this way. A change is coming. And look at this. Can this be any more clear? They're helping you. Things will always not be this way. Butterfly and caterpillar spirit is significant. Beware of great pride. Look at this. Go forward. It is time for you to move forward. It is time for you to find your place. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. Cleanse yourself. Eat clean. They said eat clean energy food. Move. Exercise. Energize. Okay, they show me it was my time to go investigate or start something. And that is being clarified by my friendships support me, nourish me, and inspire me. This is what I came to do. My friendships support me, nourish me, and inspire me. This is what I came to do for you, and that is what you came to do for me. See, like I said, the star card is significant. Star card is significant. I celebrate my progress. Awareness is not as I celebrate my progress. Awareness, not perfection, is the goal. I was here to help you, love you, heal you, support you, nourish you, and to help you move forward. You guys be well. See you next video. And Dr. Paul tells me to tell you, it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. I will never leave you. You're never alone. They show me it came up, and it didn't come out, but it came up. You are never alone. You are not alone. I'm here with you, MJ, and the lighthouse is on that card. Like I was telling you guys, be well. See you next video.